Aton and Rhonda are nominated for eviction, but what will this weekend's Golden Power Veto competition entail? Find out now on Big Brother Cheesecake 5 All-Stars. Hello, I'm Andrew Shevsik Moonves. Welcome to Big Brother Cheesecake 5 All-Stars. It's day 61 inside the Big Brother Cheesecake house, and this week Nicole is the head of household. She nominated Aton and Rhonda for eviction, but the Golden Power Veto can still change the nominations. Who will win it? We'll find out tomorrow. And what will the competition entail? We'll find out shortly. But first, Lindsay is flying back from Amsterdam today. And so she just spent almost a month with her boyfriend. And because of that, and because of scheduling conflicts, Reality Realness with the most recent evictees, Chad and Kat, will only be filmed on Sunday, which means my thoughts on Reality Realness will be in Monday's episode. In Tuesday's episode, we will go for the first time this season to the jury house and check in with our first two jurors, Kat and Joanne, who are having a party that is a lit. Joanne is not afraid to speak her mind as to what she thinks of everybody remaining in the house, and same with Kat, and it is quite entertaining. And neither one was surprised by Nicole's nominations in the slightest. So, season 3 and 4, I can't recall 1 and 2 that much, but season 3 and 4, we never really had a problem with choosing times for the Golden Power Veto competition when they were live. But, this season, it has been a struggle. So I said that the 3 possible time slots are Saturday at 11 a.m., Saturday 2 p.m., Sunday at 12 p.m. Sunday, really quickly, everybody said they're not available Sunday at all. And then deciding on the Saturday slot was like torture. So I'm going to just read out what some of the comments were. So Nicole goes, "How long will it take?" I said 45 to 60 minutes, but it's a new competition. It's not, you're going to see later, it's not entirely a new competition. It's been done before, but I've updated and revamped the rules and how it works and the game mechanics, so it's kind of new. So I was estimating 45 to 60 minutes, and then Nicole says, "I'll get back to you later today. I need to get someone to cover me for an hour at work, so I need to see which time out of those I can." So then I say, worst case scenario, you can let Curtis or Jojo play for you and continue your legacy, which Chantel laughed to, because of course Nicole has a legacy of not playing in any veto competitions. She responds with, "What a joke of a legacy. I can't even tell my manager why, because she'll be like, I hate your grilled cheese game." I love grilled cheese, by the way. If you ever when everything reopens, the restaurant Reds, they have a location at Square One, and they have 2 locations downtown Toronto, or maybe 3, but definitely at least 2. They have a lobster grilled cheese, which is lobster meat, cheese, avocado on, I don't even care what bread, with, of course, butter. Sex. Like total sex. And their Parmesan cheese fries, it's basically French fries with Parmesan cheese, which you don't think would be good. Sex. And their mushroom soup is also sex. And their Caesar salad. So, yeah. Anyway, so Aton votes for Saturday at 11. Then Nicole says, "I just talked to Andrew," which she did. "Would everyone be able to do it tomorrow at 9 p.m., like tomorrow night instead of morning day?" "I'm available." "I'm good for Saturday night." "I want nuggets, though. Some better bring the nuggets." Jonathan and the nuggets. "Tomorrow after 8 isn't great. I would prefer any other time." I can't do Sunday at all because we've got a production meeting and booking for a gig, because I'm finally getting my enthusiasm back." "Oh, what's the gig?" "It's a game show. Can you believe they want me to do a game show? I'm filming it at home, so the setup is super important. It's a game show now. This is what my life has become. It's become a game show." which is, for the record, very impressive. I'm not making fun of it. I just mean that for Larry David, it would be a step down because he did sitcoms Seinfeld and I think Roseanne. And was he Roseanne? I believe he was the executive producer of Roseanne. I'm not 100% sure on that one. But yes, in this case, I'm excited for you. Jonathan goes, I want to be on a game show with McNuggets. I don't know where these nuggets are coming from, but sweet and sour sauce, please. Who are the contestants? Honey garlic, please. Hot mustard here. I like all the sauces for chicken. I mean, chicken McNuggets, like, that's probably my go-to at McDonald's. Yeah. And we are approaching Cadbury Cream Egg McFlurry season at McDonald's, but I'm really worried because last summer I went to McDonald's a few times and their ice cream changed, and it was at all the locations I noticed. Not acceptable. Like, the new ice cream is not as creamy, so I hope they changed it back because I love Cadbury Cream Egg McFlurry. I always ask for it with extra goo or whatever it's called, extra syrup. Sex. Anyway, for now it's just a pilot, but they're giving me free bagels. Oh, congrats, Eitan. Sounds fun. So then, 2 people say Saturday at 11 a.m., 2 people Saturday at 9 p.m. Nicole and Brazil are the 9 p.m., and Eitan and Rhonda are the 11 a.m. They're the 2 nominees, by the way. So, Jonathan, I vote for option 3, Saturday night at 9, with nuggets. So, I say... So, finally, Chantal says, I switched things up. It'll be available in the evening so we can do Saturday at 9. And make sure there's some nuggets for me and Doogie. So then I tell Jonathan, send me your address and I'll be there tonight at 10 with nuggets. Because he said, my loyalty is to whoever gives me nuggets. This is very confusing, as to where this nugget thing came from. But it is a turn on, a man who likes his nuggets. Okay, then Brazil at one point says, luxury comp. Person who guesses the length of time it takes Andrew to deliver nuggets to Jonathan. If you go over the time in seconds, you are eliminated. In the event of a tie, we will have a tiebreak question. Winner will receive 69 All-Star dollars. Nicole says 3 seconds. And then when I said send me your address and I'll be there at 10, Nicole says, just get Jojo or Chantal's address. It's the same building. So true. So true. Okay, and then I say to that, when Nicole says, you don't even know how rude this conversation is to someone who is on a programmed diet right now. And I say, Kat, you are not allowed to impersonate another house guest by hacking into their computer. Okay, so yeah, it was very difficult for the house guest to pick a time for the last couple of live comps. And, I understand shit happens, and everybody's trying their best, myself included, and we got it done. And still, in 5 seasons, I have never had to sit a nominee out of a veto. Well, Charlene. Well, meh. But I mean, unfortunately, the majority rules, and yeah, I mean, most of the time we get it done. I think with Charlene's case, it was all 5 people voted on that time, and there was no other time that worked for anybody else, so it was just Charlene was outvoted. I don't think Charlene would have won Tetris anyway, so it didn't end up mattering. But I've always been able to sort of, make it work. And for the record, I have no problem with a 9 p.m. slot, and I will include the 9 p.m. time slot in future competitions. The reason why I don't use it anymore is because in season 3 and 4, nobody ever picked that time slot. Everybody wanted either morning or early afternoon or Sunday. So that's why I changed it. But I'm okay with having 9 p.m. as an option. Okay, although, no, I can't do it next weekend. Sorry. But every other weekend, it will be an option. Okay, Nicole's like, fuck! Now let's get to the rules for the Golden Power Veto competition. Only 6 house guests will participate in the Golden Power Veto competition. The head of household, Nicole, the 2 nominees, Eitan and Rhonda, and 3 players selected in a random draw. Chantal, Jonathan, and Brazil. I think I did suggest, by the way, to Nicole and Chantel at one point that if they couldn't play, they could have Jojo or Curtis play for them. But I think the reason why they said no is we're playing for a Sapphire Power Veto this week, so the stakes are even higher. Especially with no other vetoes in play besides Rhonda's Pooh Brown. Okay, so this competition is called Big Brother Ballsy Blackjack, and here's how it works. This is an upgrade from Big Brother Blackjack that was played in Seasons 1 and 3. It was won in Season 3 by Alvin, and it was won in Season 1 by Eitan. So Eitan can win 2 blackjack competitions in his Cheesecake herstory. Because, Jonathan has the election and he has Yankee Swap. So, Eitan could be the first to do it in blackjack. 2 very important rules that I'm going to say right off the bat. So, blackjack, I change the rules all the time, and the reason why I said this is a new competition is because I really changed the rules to make it ballsy and less about luck. So, 2 very important rules. Normally, I don't care if you do this competition together. I know there have sometimes been Zoom calls for competitions. I know that in Season 4, for the silent auction, there was an alliance. I think it was Curtis, Nick, Lindsay, and Brazil. I think we're all on a call, I believe. I think it was a Zoom call for that competition. Brenda's like, what? Fucking Curtis! For this competition, though, you cannot communicate with any house guests in a private chat or Zoom call or anything. The only communication you may have during this competition is in the group chat. So yes, you are allowed to make comments, try and incentivize people to do certain things, like how Jonathan did with Jojo and Yankee Swap when Jojo landed on 15 cents and Jonathan goes, I would spin. I would spin. I would spin. So you can say whatever you want, and the Peanut Gallery, which is Chad, Jojo, and Curtis not playing, they can type whatever they wanted too. Chad, if you spam it with gifts, I'm giving you a penalty disadvantage in the next Redempble Temple duel, so don't do it. Better yet for you to just, pipe down completely. But all communication must be in the group chat. You are not allowed to talk to any other house guests during the competition in private. The second rule, because we are playing with 1 deck of standard playing cards, and because it's not fair that some players, like Tiffany in Season 1, were able to count cards, if you wish, you are allowed, because there's 52 cards in a deck, you are allowed to keep track on pen and paper of what cards have been played and which are not. Because we are playing with 1 deck, and when a hand ends, those cards are garbage. So you will know in future hands what happens. So, this competition is played in 3 rounds. In round 1, 2 house guests are eliminated, leaving us with 4. In round 2, 2 house guests are eliminated, leaving us with 2. And the winner of round 3 wins the Golden Power Veto. So round 1 is simple blackjack. I will deal you each a card face up, so everybody sees it. And then I will deal you each a card face down, which only you will see. You can then choose to hit me, or you can choose to stay on the cards you have. You want to get as close as possible to 21 without going over. If you go over, you are eliminated altogether, so be very careful. If you stay, obviously you stay. The house guest who comes closest to 21 without going over will advance to round 2. And the first 4 house guests who advance to round 2 will advance. Or the first 2 house guests who go over will not advance, and the other 4 will automatically advance. In the event of a tie, where 2 house guests have the same score, 21, 20, whatever, there will be a tie-breaking question, again, to prevent luck, where whoever is closest without going over will advance. As you know in blackjack, the suits don't matter, so don't worry about the hearts, clubs, spades, diamonds. You're just looking at the numbers. Just like in blackjack, aces. In this round, aces can be high or low. Then, the 4 house guests remaining advance to round 2, and this time, I'm not telling you what round 2 entails, or what round 3 entails. I will explain it when we play the competition tonight at 9 p.m., because I don't want anybody to strategize, and because it is ballsy blackjack. There are big stakes, the Sapphire Power Veto, Golden Power Veto, 40 All-Star dollars, and round 2 and round 3 could definitely expose people's loyalties, especially depending on what happens in the chat. Because again, anybody in the competition, if they want to communicate, they have to do it in the group chat. So yeah, it's that simple. With that said, who will win the Golden Power Veto in the Ballsy Blackjack Golden Power Veto competition? Find out tomorrow. Monday, I will have my thoughts on reality realness, and will the winner of the Golden Power Veto choose to use it to save Aton or Rhonda from the chopping block? Tuesday, we will check in with the jury house and the final 2 nominees plead their case, and Wednesday is the next live eviction and head of household competition, where another house guest will be evicted from the Big Brother Cheesecake 5 house and join Chad in the Dimple Temple, where one will stay and one will go. I'm Andrew Chef Moonves. Take care, and remember, people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do.